Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, OPM pushes to reclassify chief information officers, opening up the position to politics. And the Department of the Treasury is sued by union groups over system access given to Elon Musk and DOGE. It's Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's get into the day's top headlines. A new memo from the Office of Personnel Management has recommended that federal agencies reclassify the position of Chief Information Officer, in which appears to be an attempt to make the technical position far more political than it's previously been. Specifically, the new designation would have the CIO serve as a, quote, general employee rather than a career reserved employee. General employees, according to OPM, can be filled by a range of people, including career, non-career, limited term, or limited emergency senior executive branch appointees. Career reserved positions, meanwhile, are supposed to be impartial and can only be filled by career appointees. The memo argues that CIOs have served increasingly policy-based positions, given their focus on issues including artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and machine learning. The document argues that reclassifying the position could also help increase the potential talent pool for CIOs. Still, the move seems to be focused on making it easier for the government to install outsiders, potentially from the tech industry or those associated with Elon Musk, into the CIO role, similar to the ongoing and highly controversial activities led by the Department of Government Efficiency. The move echoes President Donald Trump's recent executive order to reestablish Schedule F, which makes it far easier to fire career civil servants. Any agency with a CIO currently classified as Senior Executive Service and designated as Career Reserved is requested by OPM to send an email to redesignate that position to General Employee by February 14th. In other news, a coalition of labor unions is suing the Treasury Department and Secretary Scott Bessent over the disclosure of Americans' personal and financial information to Elon Musk and the tech billionaire's Department of Government Efficiency surrogates. In a lawsuit filed Monday to the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, the Alliance for Retired Americans, the American Federation of Government Employees, and the Service Employees International Union allege that the Treasury Department under Bessent allowed Musk and his DOGE associates to access the personal information of millions of individuals who have transacted with the federal government. That personal information includes names, social security numbers, birth dates, birthplaces, home addresses, and telephone numbers, email addresses, and bank account information, according to the lawsuit. A Treasury employee initially prevented DOGE workers from accessing those records through the department's Bureau of Fiscal Service. But according to the lawsuit, once Bessent was confirmed, he placed that employee on leave and provided the DOGE crew with, quote, full access to the Bureau's data and the computer systems that house them. Bessent did so without making any public announcement, providing any legal justification or explanation for decision, or undertaking the process required by law for altering the agency's disclosure policies, the lawsuit states. The trio of union groups, represented by the Public Citizen Litigation Group and State Democracy Defenders Fund, are asking the court to put, quote, an immediate stop to the systematic, continuous, and ongoing violation of federal laws that protect the privacy of personal information contained in federal records, citing the Privacy Act of 1974 and the Internal Revenue Code's protections for taxpayer information. For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. The Daily Scoop podcast is available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back next week with brand new episodes. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.